Hello, welcome to Book Zealots. I am Marion. Thank you for joining me, and I have a huge pile of books in my lap for February. Pile of possibilities, pile of options, what I want to read. My eyes might be bigger than my time, however, these fit a lot of bingo prompts. So if you haven't checked out what I read in January yet, I'll try and remember to put a card, otherwise in the description box, go check it out. I was able to fill 7 prompts for the bingo. This is a lot of fun. Thank you guys for giving me suggestions. It's been fantastic. Okay, so this actually is one of my 26 books that I want to read in 2025. Jack the Ripper. I am nibbling at this, and I've read the first 2 women, but it's kind of redundant, so I don't know if I'm going to read the author's part and skip the police reports, because the author's is kind of repeating the police reports, or vice versa. I don't know. So it's a bit redundant, and I don't like that, but... And February has Febregency, and I've never participated in Febregency. However, I think it's Tiffany at Beautiful Minutia. She and a whole bunch of other hosts, I'll put her link down below. That way you can go check out her video, introduction video, and check out everybody else. Although I'm probably late to the game and probably brand new to this, and you all are probably seasoned Febregency readers. Anywho, Ivanhoe, I don't know if this is showing up properly. Ivanhoe by Walter Scott. And I wanted to also try and read Frankenstein, but I cannot find my edition. Maybe because I hated it so much I got rid of it, but I was willing to give it another chance. Then I have, for a bingo prompt, Adrift by Brian Murphy and a co-writer, Tula Vlahu. I don't know. I've already finished this. It was great. That fits my prompt for cold. Also Shipwreck. But I've got a twisted plan for Shipwreck. Probably not what you think it's going to be. I'm sorry, I'm discombobulated here. That does fit for Shipwreck. However, I have another book planned for Shipwreck. Then this book. So Cheryl at Candlewick Library and Kate Howe have both read and reviewed this book. The House of My Mother, A Daughter's Quest for Freedom by Shari Franke. Is it Frank or Frankie? Okay, I've already started this book. I started it last night because it's only a 14-day checkout. I hate those. Now, I started reading this. I could get this read today. I could finish it today, no problem. However, the stress. I'm reading it last night and realized I was gritting my teeth. This is a powerful book. A lot of what her mother did reminded me of somebody else. And I had to have a conversation with my husband because her mother is very lucky that I am not in prison with her. I don't like people that abuse and hurt children. No, I don't. This book, oh my goodness. So this girl, Shari, God bless her. This is basically a survival book. She has survived. And I don't have any kind words about her father either, even though she likes her father. Her father was complicit by not doing anything. There's that. And Utah is complicit because she apparently reported and nothing happened. Anyway, a little passionate about that book. Lafayette. I'm going to use this, and this is by Harlow Giles Unger. I'm going to use this one to fit my prompt, one word title. It also fits for cursive, but I already used that for another book. I'm not loving this book. I'm not. John Quincy Adams, I think, was so much better. So much better. Anyway, I'm not very far into it, and I'm not loving it. So I don't know if I'm going to continue. I'm going to try. So I had to borrow a book from Prometheus for this prompt because the book that I wanted to read was Where the Red Fern Grows. And it was for the dog or animal prompt. And I can't find it. I'm sure it's packed somewhere. Anyways, The Dog Who Could Fly, the incredible true story of a World War II airman, the four-legged hero who flew by his side. And this is actually his story, but rewritten by Damien Lewis. So Damien Lewis went to this gentleman's family. Let me see what his name is. I've already forgotten. Sorry. What is his name? Robert Bozdek, and he was Czechoslovakian, and he was fighting against the Germans and was fighting with the French, but then the French signed a peace agreement, and that made his crew really angry. So then they got on a ship to go to Britain. By this time, he already has the puppy. Oh my goodness. There's so many things that happen. And it's very interesting, and now I want a German Shepherd. Okay, I kind of have always wanted a German Shepherd, but the hair, it's everywhere. And another one, Isaac Storm by Eric Larson. This is the third Eric Larson book that I've read. This fits the prompt for a tragedy or disaster in the United States. So I did read it for that prompt. I've already finished it. And this was so good. So good. And all because the weather department didn't want to say the word hurricane. Cuba was telling them, hey, a hurricane's headed your way. And the leader, Moore, thought that he was superior to the Cubans, just decided that he wasn't going to say anything. And then this one is kind of obvious. I bet you guys can guess which prompt this one fills. The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart by Holly Ringland. What I think is funny is I have started this book, but I was apparently more interested in coloring the flowers before I read it. So and I'll either read it for February or I'll unhaul it because I have started it, and I think it's about child abuse, and dear God help me. Then Prometheus wanted me to read 5 Weeks in a Balloon for the Set in Africa prompt. So I was going to say I've never read Jules Verne, but I have listened to an audio, and I'm trying to think of what it was, Around the World in 80 Days. And there was parts of it, it was a re-listen, and I didn't realize it was a book I had already read. But there's parts of it that I just don't like. I just didn't care. Anyways, this beast is Prometheus's book. 7 novels in here. It's a beautiful Barnes & Noble edition. And I don't know what the bones on here represent. And then, of course, the compass and a volcano and a mammoth. So that's what I'll be reading for that prompt. Then, my Christian book. I wanted to read Tortured for Christ. I'm trying to think, what did I read for January, I don't remember. This was going to replace a book I DNF'd in January. Did I read a Christian book in January? I don't know. Oh. Anyway, somebody had let me know that the translation was a little clunky. So if I go into it knowing that, hopefully I'll be able to get through it. And serious about series. For some reason, I thought it was only in September. Now, Elizabeth at Lizzie Faye Loves Books started Serious About Series, which is apparently now called SAS, S-A-S. However, I gave Elizabeth the credit, so I don't know where I got discombobulated. Serious About Series. Well, now that I know that it's all year, I can get more read. I am almost finished with this series by Charles R. Swindoll. I have this last book left. One book left. And then I will be able to unhaul. Actually, I think I have all the other books unhauled. And then this will be unhauled. And then I won't have any more of that series in my home. And then I also had another, sorry, put my note down, Serious About Series. I started this book. So that would finish a series. And this is the second book of a series I've already started. This is Thunder of Heaven by Tim LaHaye and Craig Parshall. Craig Parshall, didn't he write, I'm trying to think of the name of the series. Didn't he write another, I think I read one of his books. Now I'm going to have to look it up. And it was kind of weird. I don't know how to describe. I'm going to have to check now. I'm really curious. There are 4 books, I think, in this series. This is the second one. I'll be able to get them finished if I stay diligent. And so those are my books that I have for January, and I've already finished 2. So there's that. And then I'm almost finished with, or I'll finish the Shari Franke book today or tomorrow. Anyway, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of any of these, or if you think I'm cheating on the Africa Set in Africa book. Prometheus says no, but I thought, I don't think that's what the person meant when they said read a book set in Africa, but it's set in Africa, so there's that. Anyway, let me know what you're reading in the month of February. Thank you very much for dropping in, and I'll talk to you in the comments section. Bye.